Hi everyone, today I am reviewing the Xero Shoes, although I think it's unnecessary because I've seen lots of reviews on YouTube because these shoes have existed for a pretty long time. I have bought the do-it-yourself kit, which is pretty cheap. I think it goes below 20 euros. Yeah, these are the only minimalist sandals that you can get in Europe. I think Luna sandals also have come recently to Europe, but they are like over 100 euros, and these are like 15 euros or something. So pretty cheap and have the same quality, if you ask me. Although I've never tried Luna sandals, so maybe I shouldn't be talking about them this way. I have really white feet, and I took the biggest sole of the Xero shoes, and then I've cut them only in the front. So before I've made a video about this shoe, it's the Softstar Run Amok Dash, but I just want to compare. So the Softstar Run Amok Dash is one of really rare shoes that actually are wide enough to go on my feet. And if you compare the Xero shoes with the Sosteron Mogdash, you can see that the biggest sole of Xero shoes is even larger, and this is actually the real width of my feet, so they're really wide. But so what I really liked is that you can actually choose the size of the sole which you want, and that they have such large soles to even being able to fit my feet. Um, yeah, so the I really like the sandals in the way that they are really cheap. They are easy to make. I needed 2 hours actually to put this together. As you can see, I put 3 holes here, so I couldn't decide, and also I had to learn how to tie the laces around my feet, and which pattern of tying do I want to choose. Um, what I don't like about sandals in general, so this is not really because of Xero shoes, but it's because you can't really use sandals for lots of lateral movement. If you want to rotate on your foot, for example, um, you cannot really expect the sandal to rotate with your feet because the ground may have more traction than your feet do. So rather the sandal stays on the ground and your feet goes like this. This is what I don't like about sandals. But as I said, it's only my personal preference. Now back to Xero shoes. So you can bend them downwards really easy when you have them on because of this knot. They don't stink, of course, and it's really nice when your feet are out in the air and not in some shoes, except the Softstar shoes, which are really breathable. Uh, there have been lots of comments about the slapping noise that Xero shoes produce. I think they are more prone to slapping noise compared to Vibram rubber because of the different design of this rubber. And actually, this is a much better design of rubber compared to the Vibram rubber, if you ask me, because this rubber, in my experience, is way more durable and wears off way less. Also, it's more flexible but more durable, which is awesome. You usually get less durability for more flexibility. But of course, the consequence of that is that this sole is more prone to slapping. Now, before you start saying that you have to consider your running or walking form, which produces the noise, I'll say, yeah, you're right, you have to. When I started walking in this, my feet were going like this. I couldn't walk at all. Then I realized, hey, whoa, my form is really bad. So I had to adjust both my running and walking form, and this is great. So when you buy these shoes, you actually learn much about your true form. I managed to completely eliminate the slapping while walking, but while running, I still have some slapping noise. I don't know, I'm sure I have to work on my form much more, but I also noticed that if your feet are wide as mine, then you have the bigger surface of the sandal, which also immediately produces more noise. So if you are buying bigger sandals and wider sandals, you also maybe have to take into account that a little bit more noise may be possible. But I'm not sure about this because I still have to research more and run more in these shoes. So the knots are not pretty durable, of course, because they are made from laces. Um, I think it takes me like 3 weeks to go through one knot, but it gets better, I guess, with your form. So the weakest point of these sandals are the laces, of course, because they are the ones that will wear out first. Not so much here. You can also put some of shoe glue, so they don't wear, but the knot will wear with time, and then you just take more lace, which is here. This is not a nice example. Here is much more nicer. So I tie it around, and then when the knot wears through, I pull this part a little bit more here, make a new knot, and then release more lace from here. So these sandals are actually really nice. If you want sandals, get these because they're really cheap. Much, 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 much cheaper than all the other sandals. So you can begin with this. And yeah, one thing I gotta say that they aren't uh, really. I mean, one thing I gotta add is that there are sandals that look much prettier than this do-it-yourself kit of the Xero shoes. You also have more tying patterns that you can choose, which look um, maybe more normal. But one of the comments that I got for these shoes is that I look like Jesus because apparently Jesus wore sandals like this. That's what the person said. And yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, and by the way, the one of the owners of Xero Shoes, Steven Session, is a really nice guy, and he has tons of tutorials about Xero Shoes, how to tie them, etc., etc. These tutorials are on YouTube, and he's a really nice guy and knows lots of stuff. So check him out. Yeah, that's it.